keep it 100 because it's time for Hub's Huddle Podcast. Listen to the man that talks sports from football to basketball 24/7, 365. He is known as the average Joe that knows more than average about sports.
What's up, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Hub.
What's up, everybody? It's Saturday morning, July 6th, 2019. And we are back today, man. Big news coming out of the NBA, man. Kawhi Leonard officially makes his choice. He signs with the LA Clippers. Happened around like 2 a.m. this morning. And also, coming to LA is Paul George. Oh, my God. Now, first and foremost, my condolences to the Los Angeles Lakers. Y'all know as me, man, as a Boston Celtics fan, this is like the best news. You know, I'm keeping 100 though. I thought Kawhi was gonna go back to the Raptors. You know, to defend the crown, especially with the news that I got a few days ago. You know, I thought it was gonna be the Raptors, but you know, overall, I was always saying, man, anywhere but the Lakers. And he's going to be playing at Staples. He's going to be playing for the LA Clippers, man. But, you know, with Kawhi signing, you know, with the Clippers, but then, you know, with the trade coming with Paul George, man, that you know, what they already got over there with Patrick Beverly and Lou Williams, and they still got capped, you know, to sign a few more players. Man, the Clippers, man, they look nasty, man. That's offense and defense, you know. That's wow. That right there is a big move for them. Congratulations to Doc Rivers and all those guys over there. You know, and they've been planning this for a while, man. You know, with all the moves they were making, you know, got rid of the head case and CP3. You know, the Blake Griffin trade, you know, just to open up, you know, cap space and the stuff they were doing so far in the offseason already, you know, to try to position themselves to be in this kind of situation, you know, not only to land Kawhi, but you got Paul George as well. You know, what they're saying is that Paul George went to Oklahoma City and he basically, you know, requested a trade to the Clippers so he can play with Kawhi. Man, that's just, you know, this right here is making the NBA. NBA is going to be very exciting, you know, this coming season. You know, last night we had, you know, the debut of Zion Williamson and also RJ Barrett in their game. You know, Zion was coming on strong. I think he dropped like 10 in the first quarter. But, you know, the game was called off, you know, due to the earthquake. And, it's man, look, this league is going to be, you know, great, you know, this coming season. I can't wait for October already, you know, just to see, you know, how everything going to shape up. You know, got different fans, different fan bases. You know, they thinking their team's going to be the top gun. You know, of course, I'm a Celtics fan, so I always think, you know, hey, this year could be the year. You know, but just looking at the East, man, the East is, you know, it was always wide open. It wasn't just because, you know, Kawhi was in Toronto that it was a sure lock that Toronto was going to win. It's just that Toronto played great, you know, team basketball. And, you know, and it wasn't no like constructed of any type of super team out East, you know, for it to say, oh, well, it's just going to tip the balance one way or another. It might have been, you know, one or two stars on the team, but the East in general is still open. Excuse me. You know, but, and also the West is still interesting too. You know, I mean, yeah. Right now, you go ahead and tip the hat and say the Clippers are, you know, the overall favorite going into it. But you still got the Lakers. I mean, you know, they still got LeBron. You know, you got Anthony Davis. And, you know, they just got, you know, Danny Green last night. KCP re-signed there as well. So, I mean, you know, they're still adding pieces. But, you know, you still got the Warriors. I mean, you still got to get them respect, you know, with Steph. And we all know Clay probably is not going to play, you know, this season. But they added D'Angelo Russell. We're going to see how all that plays out as well. And you still got the young teams like, you know, the Portland Trail Blazers who signed, you know, Damian Lillard to a massive extension out there to keep him in Portland. And also the Denver Nuggets, man. You know, those guys are up and coming as well. Same thing you could say for the Dallas Mavericks as well. I mean, you know, you still got Utah, you know, Houston, whatever they're going to do over there. You know, Harden, CP3. You know, you still got James Harden, so you still got a, you know, you still got a chance. So you know, it's more, you know, balanced, and you know, and that's the way it is. I mean, you know, if Kawhi would have went to the Lakers, you know, they would have been the hands down favorite, you know, to win the title. And, you know, basically it's just a slap in the face to that whole entire, you know, like that fan base with the newly added LeBron James fans who came along with him. You know, this fan base was so confident walking around thinking that, you know, the deal was already done, and, you know, Kawhi gonna be a Laker, and, you know, and the only thing that, you know, Kawhi Camp was saying is, don't leak any information. You had Magic Johnson running off the mouth talking about, you know, his talk with Kawhi and this and that. He even told him that there was dysfunction in, you know, with the Lakers. You know, but all that kind of stuff leaking out. You got these different analysts, you know, leaking out stuff with Chris Broussard lying every day, talking about, you know, Kawhi's going to he's going to the Lakers, and he's, you know, 98% confident. You know, even with Chris Carter, you know, saying, you know, how he's, you know, close with, you know, Kawhi's uncle, and, you know, basically saying, you know, the Lakers in the driver's seat. I guess I must have had the wrong, you know, I guess I must have had a wrong LA team, you know, to to really say something, man. But he ended up going to the Clippers. You know, it's a good move for him. It's a 4-year deal. You know, pairing him with Paul George, Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams, you know, those guys over there, man, that is going to be a good team to watch. It's going to be fun. You know, that Lakers and Clippers rivalry over at the Staples is going to be great. You know, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to those games. So I guess, you know, being on East Coast, you know, those games are going to be the 10:30 game at night. So hopefully, you know, TNT, you know, whatever network they're going to be on, TNT, ESPN, you know, ABC, hopefully they make that like a primetime game, so, you know, the whole world can actually see those games. And, you know, quite honestly, they need to make that a Christmas Day game as well, because I know both of them teams play on Christmas Day. They may as well just go ahead and just make it, you know, Lakers versus Clippers on Christmas Day. You know, that'd be entertaining for everybody. Make it like a good, you know, 7 o'clock game, you know, that way everybody can watch instead of having a 10:30 game. Because being on the East Coast trying to watch a 10:30 game is kind of rough. The things gonna go off to like 12:30. You know, you done fell asleep at halftime or something. But you know, it's you know, it's looking up, man. The NBA is gonna be very exciting. You know, this this coming season. I'm just, you know, having a great morning because, you know, the Lakers didn't get Kawhi. And it's just great. And it's just, you know, to seeing all the, you know, the sobbing up and down my Facebook timeline of different fans, you know, and the text messages that I'm getting and I'm reading. And I'm just like, man, you know, people are really salty about this, you know, about him not going to the Lakers. But then it's a lot of people that's happy that he went to the Clippers. You know, I'm one of them. Like I said, he could win anywhere but, you know, Los Angeles Lakers. And that's what he did. And I was, you know, explaining to a lot of people earlier, you know what, man, I said, you know, Kawhi demeanor, he doesn't look like a, you know, like a Laker guy, especially with, you know, with the LeBron James Lakers. You know, for him to, you know, for the rumors of him saying that, you know, if he came to the Lakers, this would be his team. Like, man, you know what, man, it wouldn't have been, because everybody been looking at LeBron James, and this would have been. You know, this right here, the Clippers, you know, there's no real like egos out there with, you know, him and Paul George. They both seem like some cool cats, man. But, you know, I think that's going to work, and they wanted to play you know, together. So, you know, we'll see how that all plans out, man. We got to see, you know, what's going to happen with the defending champions down the Toronto Raptors. You know, they got slim pickings. You know, Danny Green left as well. You know, yeah, he didn't have a great, you know, NBA Finals or, you know, Eastern Conference Finals, but, you know, he could still shoot the ball well. And he went to the Lakers, which was a good piece for them. You know, hopefully they could sign somebody like a Kyle Korver. Then that really would, you know, help them out a lot with the shooting. I think right now they got maybe about like 7 players or 8 or like eight players on the roster now, and they have to continue to, you know, fill that roster out with what they have. But, you know, this is just, wow. It's crazy. It's crazy. Man, so like the Paul George, you know, trade happened around like 10:55 last night. But So it just started to see like where all the dominoes was going to fall at. Nobody really thought Kawhi was going to go to the Clippers, but he did. So I had a good move for him, man. But hey, it's gonna be an interesting season, man. It's gonna see, how everything gonna shape up. Like I said, the East is wide open. You still got Milwaukee with the MVP and Giannis. You still got Philadelphia, with their retool lineup. The loss of Jimmy Butler is going to hurt, especially because right now, if you look at them right now, they really don't have no closer. I mean, you guys want to rely on Toby to become your closer. I mean, good luck with that. If he's going to be the guy that's going to take the last shot, they still need shooters over there, and and same thing, with Boston. You don't know what Boston's going to be either. Addition to Kemba Walker, I think, it's going to, be, heavily relied on, Jason Tatum and Brown, and also the status of Gordon Hayward. If he can return back to the way he was and be before the injury, the Boston Celtics could be a quite, scary team as well. And also, they still got the bird rights to Mook Morris out there, so they could, sign him and go over the cap, which would be great for them, to get another dog over there, to pair him, to keep him over there with Marcus Smart and also with Kemba Walker. I'm looking forward to that as well. In Brooklyn, you got to see how everything's gonna pan out with them. They're gonna be out without Kevin Durant. For like the whole year with the Achilles, and nobody knows how he's gonna, return. And I told people, there's only been, one guy. Everyone said, well, Kobe came back, he played, but that was his last year, and he wasn't the same guy. The only guy that was very productive was Dominique Wilkins, and I think he tore his Achilles back in like 92. Yeah, I was a young cat, and he ended up playing until like 1999. So, but that's that old school mentality, you know what I mean? But, hopefully Kevin Durant has a similar, like comeback success like, Dominique Wilkins did. He come back to being, KD out there on the floor, pairing with Kyrie Irving. That Brooklyn Nets team is going to be dangerous in probably like a year or two. Like I said, but that all rides on the status of Kevin Durant and how he comes back from the injury. I don't think, just based on what happened in Boston, like I said, I still like Kyrie Irving. I ain't shading the guy, nothing, but because, like I said, I've been one of the few of that fan base that was defending the man, all year long. But, like he does lack those, the leadership qualities, and all the all the promos of him coming back to Brooklyn and him talking about playing at home. That all sounds nice, man. So you get on the court, man, and if you can't lead your team, then I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we all know when Kevin Durant comes back, that's gonna be his team. Kyrie's gonna be one B, and that's just to complete honest. Who else in the East? You still got Indiana. They added up, more tool, more pieces to go around. Victor Oladipo, they got Malcolm Brogdon, that's gonna be a good backcourt, so look out for the Pacers as well. Like I said, Pacers, Sixers, Celtics, the Bucks, Brooklyn still in the mix. It's still gonna pan out. You still got Miami out there with Jimmy Butler. Don't know. They're going to probably continue to add on what they're doing out there to build around Jimmy. So you got things, man. This whole East, is going to be nice. The West is going to be nice. Like I said, you got the Clippers, loaded up over there, and you got the Lakers still. You have the Mavericks, the Nuggets. The Trailblazers, you still got the Golden State Warriors. You can't discount them dudes, even though, they're going to missing Clay and they don't have KD anymore. Still got Steph. And, like I've been saying, I said on my Facebook page, I said, they're, I don't really consider Steph a, one of the like a LeBron and KD, Kawhi Leonard type level player. He's a good player and he can shoot the ball. Best shooter in the game, no doubt, no question. But I mean, it's gonna really test these guys, to see what championship pedigree, what these guys got, coming into this season, especially without Clay, and how, D'Angelo Russell's going to fit in the mold. And, they lost Iguodala, who's kind of like a good, like piece of their team, like defensive wise, and also, that vet. I'm not saying Iggy was one of the, best players in the league, but, what he brought to the table, and looked like that he might be, getting traded from Memphis to go somewhere, or he might get waived. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Also, you've seen Dwight Howard get traded to his 38th team. The whole thing. He got traded from Washington to the Grizzlies, and like the Grizzlies are going to waive him, so he'll be going to another team, within the next, couple of months probably, or weeks, however that's going to pan out. But, the NBA, like I said, man, waiting on October to come, is going to get excited. But meanwhile, you got baseball on, you got, big UFC fight tonight, James Bone Jones is returning. Still got football, July's going to happen. Well, we're in July, excuse me, so mini camp, training camps get ready to start. So it's heating up, man. We almost in preseason for football, so we almost out of this drought, y'all. We got big fight next, in 2 weeks with Thurman and Pacquiao. I'm going to be back, next Saturday. I'm going to drop my podcast. I'm going to do the whole, fight breakdown of Pacquiao Thurman, because I'm not going to be able to do it the day of the fight. I'm going to be in Orlando. So I'll be catching the fight down there. Maybe if I can find some way to do a podcast after the fight, or maybe I'll just get like Facebook Live or get on InStream. Not InStream. I'm in Instagram and start talking a little bit about the fight. I might do that if I have the time, but that's pretty much it for me today, guys. Just wanted to talk about the news of Kawhi and the landscape of the NBA, how things are shaping up. So like I said, join me next Saturday for the breakdown of Pacquiao Thurman, which is going to be a good fight, in the welterweight division. And also, if I have any more NBA news, I'll be dropping it then, as well as the NFL. And also, like I said, the big fight tonight, UFC with John Bones Jones returning back to the octagon. That's he is the best, mixed martial arts fighter ever. If you haven't seen that man fight, you really need to. I mean, that dude, man, he is a beast. But like I said, guys, man, that right there is it for me today. You guys have a great Saturday. Stay cool if you're in this East Coast heat wave type. It rains every other second out here. But until then, man, y'all be blessed. Any new listeners, welcome to the show. Continue, all my old listeners, current listeners, continue to rock with me. Share it, tell everybody what's up. Like I said, I put on for, the diehard sports fans, and to tell you like it is from my point of view, shout outs to Chris Bouchard for being wrong all the time. Somebody tell Stephen A, man, I know First Take is coming to Delaware, in September. I'm going to be there. I'm going to make sure I'm there. So I just need the man to admit he was wrong. Ain't no hard feelings. Just tell me, I was right when we talked about New England and Kansas City. Max Kellerman already said Tom Brady was the GOAT, and I know Stephen A thinks Tom Brady's the GOAT. I just want to admit that he was wrong. But that's it for me today, guys, man. Until next time, next week, like I said, Thurman, Pacquiao, review, breakdown, prediction. I'm going to give it to y'all next week. So until then, man, y'all be safe, be blessed, and stay cool in this heat. And it's your boy Hub, and I'm out. Peace.